So first of all, we will see how to convert octal number system into binary number system and then binary number system into octal number system. And remember that whenever we will convert octal into binary or binary into octal, we will use table for that. So before starting conversions, we have to do one thing, that is making a table. Always remember that when we are going to convert a number from octal to binary or from binary to octal, we will make the table. Once the table is made, then it becomes easy to make conversions. So we need some information to make the table. We know that the binary has the base 2 and the octal has the base 8. So, what should be the power of 2 to get the answer 8? So now we find out. So we can see 2 multiplied by 2 is equal to 4 and 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 8. So 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8. Or we can say that 2 is multiplied 3 times to make 8. So the power of 2 to get the answer 8 is 3. Now let's see how to make the table. As we saw in the previous slide that 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8. So we will create a table that has 8 rows and 3 columns. Because 2 raised to power 3, so columns will be 3. And 2 raised to power 3 is equal to 8, so the table will have 8 rows. The table will only contain zeros and ones. Each column has value that refer to powers of 2 starting from right till left. So the rightmost is 2 raised to power 0, as we know that 2 raised to power 0 is 1. The next is 2 raised to power 1 and we know 2 raised to power 1 is equal to 2. And the next is 2 raised to power 2 and we know that 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 4. So if the value in the box is 1, that means that the value is 1. If the value in the box is 0, that means that the value is 0. So here in this box, if the value is 1, that means that the value will be 4, not 1, because 4 is at the top of it, so 4 will be the value. So now we will see how to fill the table with zeros and ones. So first of all, as the table is made for octal numbers, so we take 8 and divide it by 2. Because we are dealing with binary, so we will divide it by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So now we have 4 here. So in order to fill the table, we will write 4 times 0. So 4 zeros come in the leftmost column. And then we will write 4 times 1. So 4 ones come here in the remaining boxes of the leftmost column. So now we take this 4 comes here and then we divide it by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So we have 2 here. So we write 2 times 0 in the next column. 2 times 0 and then we will write 2 times 1. So 2 ones come here. Still some boxes of this column are empty. So again repeat. Write 2 times 0. So 2 zeros come here. And then write 2 times 1. So 2 ones come here. Now the column is completely filled. So we will move to the next column. So now we will take this 2 here and then again we divide it by 2, which is equal to 1. So we have 1 here. So we write 1 times 0 in the last column. So 1 0 come here and next we write 1 times 1. So 1 comes here. Is the column completely filled? No, the column is not completely filled. So we will carry on till the whole column is filled. So again write 1 times 0 because we have 1 over here, and then write 1 times 1, then again 1 times 0, then again 1 times 1, again 1 times 0, and then again 1 times 1. So now the table is completely filled, and the values of these rows can be calculated by looking at these numbers. So this row, the whole row is equal to 0, this whole row is equal to 1, and this whole row is equal to 2, and so on. But the question is, how did we calculate the values? As this table only contains zeros and ones, so how can we calculate the values greater than 1, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7? So as we know that the value of this column is 1 because 2 raised to power 0 is 1, as I have previously told you, and 2 raised to power 1 is equal to 2, so value of this column is 2, and 2 raised to power 2 is equal to 4, so the value of this column is 4. If the box under 4 is 1, so the value of this box is equal to 4, and if the box under 4 has value 0, then it means that the value of this box is 0. Similarly, if the value under box 2 is 1, the value is 2, and if 0, then the value of this box is 0. And if the value under the box 1 is 1, that means that the value of this box is 1. And if the value under the box is 0, then the value is equal to 0. So let's further understand by looking at an example. So if we want to see how did we calculate the value of 5, so we come here. So the value under the column 1 is equal to 1. That means that its value is equal to 1. Next we come to the middle column. So if the value under 2 is equal to 0, so that means that the value is 0. And then we come here, and if the value under 4 is 1, that means that the value is 4. So finally we add them all together. 4 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 5. So this is how these values are calculated. So listen carefully and remember that we will make this table when we are converting from binary into octal or from octal into binary. So now remember it. So now we have created the table, so we will start conversions.